I want to prosper. I want to prosper. I want to prosper. I want to prosper. Hey, Prosper Nation, it's me, Dennis Velasco, and welcome to today's awesome episode of e-commerce stories, the Philippines edition. And I have to tell you, this will be one of our most fun and exciting episodes because we have no other than Arianne Symmes of Ariva.pro. Arianne, what's up? Good to see you.
Hello, guys. Hello from Hollywood, California. And so glad to be here. Really, very honored to be here, Dennis.
Well, I'm just glad to see you and hear you and get a chance to rap with you again because I love catching up with you all the time. So before we get into all that, though, I'd love to just jump in and maybe you can give me an update and tell the Prosper Nation, tell us about what is Ariva.pro.
Okay. Briefly, Ariva.pro is all about it's an AI school for Ariva stands for artificial intelligence, for virtual assistants.
Cool.
And yes, that's what it stands for. So right now, AI, artificial intelligence, as you know, is the big thing, that is just driving a lot of people crazy. Google is in it, Microsoft's in it. Almost every tech company here in the US is just all about raving about AI. And we are trying to bring that to the Philippines and become the leader in this space as well.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a huge game changer. Prosperna alone has really benefited, with artificial intelligence as well. Now, when I first met you, you were not in artificial intelligence, but I'd love for you to tell everybody your journey. You can say how long or when and how we met, but I think it's just fascinating that, you and I have known each other for just a little bit. And anyway, I think we have a lot of common goals on what we want to do to help our country here in the Philippines. So maybe you can share how you got here.
Okay, the journey has been quite long, Dennis. But I'm gonna summarize it as briefly as I can. I'm a civil engineering graduate of the University of the Philippines, and after that, that was 1985. I went to the U.S. to study my master's degree in engineering here at California State University in Northridge, and my thesis was artificial intelligence and
What?
expert systems. Yes, that was my thesis. So even then, I was already involved with AI. Okay.
I
So
did not know that.
yes, that is true. That is true. But at that time, remember, internet was not there, PCs, memory. I mean, it was at very, very early stage, as in very early. But the US was already into expert systems, and there was a projection of AI becoming bigger if only there was the speed and the bigger capacity of the memory, right? So how many years forward? Oh my God, now it's 2024. It's like, wow, it's here. And I
Well, hold
myself,
on a
I'm
second.
amazed. Yeah,
Did
go
you
ahead.
use AI to preserve your wonderful smooth skin and beautiful smile? How did that happen?
Uh, well, let me tell you one more thing. That's why they have to attend this event of ours, because people are asking me, how do you look the way you look? And I said, well, there's a little help from AI because of, getting to present online and all that, right? But basically, AI is really a tool. Okay, it's a tool. It's an amazing, out of this world tool that every human being should use. And the next generation of kids will be all AI enabled, right? We can't imagine it right now because we come from a different, prehistoric world. But I'm a futurist. I'm an engineer. And I believe that science, technology, engineering, and math are the most important subjects that the kids nowadays should learn. But if you're not a kid anymore, it shouldn't stop you. The key right now, number one, is curiosity, because we are at an age, at an incredible chapter of human history, right? Where it's mind boggling what technology we have. We take it for granted. We really do take it for granted. But there will be so much happening, and you guys got to be there. It's a given, right? So I'm just glad that Dennis is into technology in the Philippines. When we met, okay, this is the funny thing. Dennis was just a baby. He was just, I think he just came from the US. And he was, Prosperna was just launched. So I'm an original Prosperna baby.
You are. Yeah.
And I was trying to mentor him, advise him on how the Philippines worked and stuff like that. And we had a real estate project together. Remember, Dennis, when I was there? It was funny. That was several years ago. But I knew at that time when I met Dennis, I'm going to work with this person.
This dude.
I know I will. It's destined, because the mindset, he was from Silicon Valley and all that. It's like we came from another planet. And Philippines was so behind in tech, right? So now I'm glad he's there. Prosperna is now what, 10-year-old baby, grown up, and I'm just so proud of how Prosperna has grown. That's why this project, this collaboration event on April 6th, it's almost like a come back home or something like that, a homecoming for me.
That's awesome.
So great inspiration.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I remember those days when I first met you, and Prosperna was trying to digitize the real estate industry. This was before the pandemic, and you and I walking down the streets of Makati. We were going to a real estate developer to, present to them the vision of how technology could revolutionize.
Yes, automation. Yes. And we've come a long way, and I'm just amazed. And you know what seemed like yesterday, but now is here. I always tell people life's too short. Try to get the team that you're happy to work with. That's the most important part, because you can't be working just alone. You've got to be inspired to move forward, because sometimes an entrepreneur's journey can be so lonely. And I'm a team player. I don't like working by myself. I like working in teams. I like seeing people, go out there and transform themselves. I get so bored if it's just myself. No. I want to mentor.
As long as I've known you, you've always had such great energy and such great personal interest in helping the Philippines, evolve. And I think that's why we get along so well, because we're both crazy.
Yes, we're both. Yes, I must agree. I live in the US now, so it's reversed. And Dennis is in the Philippines. I'm in Hollywood, California, where everything is, movies, films, and all that. And we are just, I guess, the dream factory here. So in all my presentations, that inspires me. California is the place where people go. They go west for new ideas. Silicon Valley, Hollywood, that's where all the seed startups are, right?
Yeah.
So it's okay to be crazy. It's okay to think of, there's a word for that. To really think of something that is like entirely mind-boggling or new. And that's what startups are all about.
So speaking of crazy ideas and Ariva, right? If I look back, you have, which I didn't know, you had, some formal studies in AI before AI was AI in engineering. And
Yes.
then, you were in the real estate industry. I was trying to digitize the real estate industry. And now here comes Ariva.pro. Tell us, how did the idea come about to get to Ariva.pro?
Okay. I've been, as I said, I've been holding traditional classes, which is face to face and teaching, people face to face, computer. I'm at their back telling them. So, um, Ariva.pro, the AI just made it so much more easier because right now things are just faster with the AI tools, right? Before it was like forever, man, forever. And remember when I was in engineering school, well, we had Fortran and that kind of coding, but it's different from the coding now in the software. You got to keep up with learning all the software. And I was self-taught. Hey, but it was my curiosity. I want to create this product. This is my end result. How do I get there? And most of the time, it was just really me because if I had to give it to a developer or somebody, it would be so delayed, and I hate delays. You know that tense. I hate delays. I just got andale, andale. I get it done like yesterday. So that's how focused I am. I wouldn't let anything stop it or any obstacles, right? Either I do it, I delegate it, or I delete it. That's it. Three things.
Yeah, you are very much a no nonsense, businesswoman. So I like that about you as well. You like when you see something and you see impact and you go for it and you make SHIT happen. So I love that. So Ariva Pro, like uh so it's AI training, am I right? Can you tell us more
Yes.
about what it is that Ariva Pro is actually doing to
Okay.
help our virtual assistants and
All
those?
right. Okay. So the question probably is why virtual assistants? Because the AI definitely it's new technology, right? And the training, I got myself certified as an AI specialist. I went through training myself the past year, and honestly, uh, what do you call this? It's a combination really of engineering, math, statistics, and programming in its basic sense, right? But the AI is just a terminology. What does it mean? It's like you're programming, you're coding for the machine to be self automated. That's basically what it is. But a lot of people get scared, because they see robots, they see these pictures of these things being cars and talking and stuff like that, right? But honestly, it's been in our lives. It's been in our lives for we just don't notice it, right? When you have spam, you eliminate that. That's AI. When you have the bank, that's AI. When they seek for fraudulent cases. Amazon, that's AI. Spotify, when they recommend the music for you, or the Amazon the movie, that's AI. But we just
Love my
don't realize that.
Spotify AI DJ, by the way.
Yes, yes.
I just
So
what I love about it is when I click it, I love just to be greeted. And it's so cool. It goes, "Hey Dennis, it's me, your Spotify AI DJ, and we got a great lineup for you on Monday." It's just so cool.
that's right. And you're probably wondering why virtual assistants? Because remember, the Philippines, right, is well, we're supposed to be the number one for call center, right?
Mhm.
And how now do we maintain our lead? The rest of the world, is also getting to compete. So just remember that it's a global world. So now you want to work remote from, at home and all that, and you want international jobs or high paying jobs. then you got to be skilled. There's no
Yeah.
way. You got to be skilled and you got to be more advanced. And that's why my focus is now on the virtual, the young VAs who want to work from home. Before, we used to go OFW, had to go to Saudi Arabia. When we graduated engineering, there were no jobs in the Philippines. Saudi ka. Oh my God. You know, imagine that. No choice. And you just look at the newspaper for jobs. That's how archaic it was. And
Wow.
people went out, you know, just voila, there's no choice. But
Yeah.
now
So
we're
they
so
get trained here, they get hired and leave the Philippines, right?
exactly, you leave your family and all. Now, oh my God, look at the opportunity. You just stay at home, you have a computer. People will look for you if you are highly skilled. You're highly skilled and you can deliver.
So you
Okay. It's
guys
no,
are training virtual assistants on the skills that they need to be able to get the best type of virtual jobs by being knowledgeable and having a good understanding of how AI can be used to help their customer. Is that it?
yes. Three things. Okay. AI education here, you know, in America is very costly. Just to attend a conference or something, thousands of dollars. All
Ooh,
right. I mean, if you go to school, right? Right. So second also is how fast is the training such that you are, you know, you can monetize yourself.
yeah,
Okay. You can be training and just, you know, all this code and you get lost and you get so frustrated. Oh my God. You know, I mean, like you can't make mincemeat out of it. I mean, I went to engineering school 7 years, man. 7 years. Just like almost like a doctor, right? But
yeah.
now you gotta be fast. So that's what we're trying to do is provide the basic with the AI training. And then hopefully with the basic, you get the electives for future because you want to specialize in something.
Okay, so
I wanna yeah, I wanna replicate that process. I'm from the University of the Philippines. The way we were scholars. Okay. We were subsidized by the government, thank God. And it was always pay forward, pay forward.
yeah,
Okay. As a UP scholar, that was in my brain. That was my brain. Okay. So for me, what's the most important thing is my legacy. You know, I know it's cliche to say it's no longer the money, right? But we want to start a movement here, a movement. You know why? You know why? Ang Pilipinas, ano bang ini-export ng Pilipinas? Di ba manpower?
yeah,
Di ba? Do we export like other countries like goods and no, it's manpower,
yeah.
right? Number one, BPO and all that. So we have to harness that. We have to harness that. But to compete, to compete in the global arena, okay, it's all about, I said again, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And I
Yeah,
hope I could, yeah, I could have the little kids also get into that because 20 years from now, it will be those that set 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds, you know, it will be that, right? So for,
definitely. I think there'll be a massive shift here in the Philippines from uh, skilled labor to knowledge economy, but AI is moving so rapidly and going to even multiply that knowledge economy opportunity here in the
okay,
Philippines,
think
right?
about this, Dennis. When I was studying engineering, we needed books, you know, and top rate professors that were PhDs from the US. Okay, that was the way then. Thank God I had my mentors who were PhDs in civil engineering from the US, and we had libraries. Though how little it was, we had a library, right? That was the knowledge base. Now you have the internet. My God, you have AI. You ask AI, it will tell you. How easy could that be? Right? But you have to learn what to ask, you know, because it's a certain language. If you garbage
So
in, garbage out.
what kind of VAs, what kind of virtual assistants would be, the ideal attendee or registrant to take
To the
your
event.
class?
Okay, let's start with the basic, because the first thing about AI is you're going to get overwhelmed, especially if you don't have basic, basic what do you call this, courses, that you took before, right? So let's say probability, statistics, because AI is prediction, a lot of prediction, right? In natural language processing, that kind of thing. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to elementarize it. Like, parang ang hirap, ma'am. Di kaya ng utak ko. Diba? Right?
Yeah.
It's like overwhelmed. And I've been there. Like, if overwhelmed, I shut off, right? Remember the teachers, the professor who were called terrorists? Kasi they speak so much language na like this, like that, tapos bagsak ka sa test.
Yeah, good
Diba?
luck.
Kasi di maintindihan eh. I didn't understand. So you're going to ask your classmate, paano ba yun? Or something like that. Or you're going to cheat or what, right? So now, I understand that type of a student. So now I'm going to like explain it like special, in a very basic format so that you can understand. Oh, okay, I see. I guess that's what it is. Because a lot of our virtual assistants work from home. They're self-taught, self-directed. Okay. And they want to earn money right away. I understand that. Okay. So we switch to that practical applications, right?
Okay.
And then later we specialize.
So the first step is to get kind of the foundational basics
yes.
of AI, but
Yes.
you're simplifying it to the frame of how it can help a virtual assistant and whatever industry. Can they be a VA in any industry or?
Well, as much as possible, you have at least 1 year experience of being a VA, because and maybe you're having a hard time, like you keep on submitting resumes and you don't get accepted. It's like throwing it there, but you want to be highly paid. So if you want to do that, then you got to up yourself. You got to
Part
get
of
yourself.
it, I see you just, struck a big chord there. Part of the training is, not just upskilling on your basic foundations, but to create a competitive advantage when you're trying to get a VA gig or develop your VA career opportunity.
Yes, because people here in the West, US especially, very demanding on the team, super demanding. They expect you, even if you're working from another country or something like that, that you have the skill set and the knowledge, or else you're gone from the team, right? So it's a very different mindset, and so you got to get into that mindset, right? And at the same time, the school, we want it to be a community. It's like you finish the course, forget about it. No, it's an ongoing, continuous AI. I mean, there's about 1,000 AI apps today. It's like, what are you going to use? What tool are you going to use, right? So the thing there is community for me is very important. And I want to focus on the Filipino community, the Filipinos who really are serious. Because if you're not serious about this, it's like, you go to school and you don't apply.
Yeah,
You
you
got
could
to
get
get to
a best
the
degree, but nothing happens, no results.
exactly. 99% of people talk, they don't
Yeah.
execute. I need executioners.
One thing about that execution, and there's so many AI things to know and so many new tools, it's growing so fast. Do you help people understand, the landscape of some of the tools and the different categories and types?
Yes. On the April 6th event that we're going to have, we're going to be focusing on the tools.
Awesome.
Because we want it to be interactive. So they might say, oh, I mean, I'm like a little lecture, execute. You know me, Dennis, when I tell you, let's do this. Okay, let's go. Because some people write a long stuff, right? We're going to do this. We're going to do that. At the end of the day, what's the result? Zero. Zero.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do it. You don't have time. Just do it. You know? So I come from the construction field. You know that, right? My projects are like Glorieta and Robinson's Galleria, big projects, and big scale, and thousands of people involved, right? Which probably took like what, 5 years. So we
Yeah.
have to be on track to finish it. So that's my background. My mentality is really systems and project management.
I
That's
can
why if we're
see.
gonna do
Oh,
this, yeah, any project we're gonna do, we got to be in schedule, we got to be on time, right? And systematic.
yeah, I think that's really important because sometimes the VA field is just all over the place, and people don't understand that, you know, being a virtual assistant is just like being a solopreneur or having your own business. You have to systematize it so that you can generate more results, but have more free time.
Here's the thing, it's not only for virtual assistants. I suggest the solopreneurs, they have their own stores and all that.
Oh, okay.
Well, they have more challenges, right? Because they are the like they're the do it all. Right?
Yeah.
And even if they have a store, there's a million things to do, right? So even if you have your own business, use AI. Use
But
AI.
is the training session that you have, is that for solopreneurs also,
Oh
or
yeah, oh yeah. We're gonna
okay.
focus on productivity tools and creativity tools. Those are the two main things that I want to focus on, because
Got
that's majority of what people right now really want to learn is how do
So
I become productive and how do I become creative?
yeah, so let's take those two types of persons, a VA and a solopreneur. So let's say I was a VA. Let's do that one first. After I complete, you know, this amazing course from Ariva Pro, what what should be going through my mind? What state and what of skills and mind would I be?
Okay, here's the thing.
What would I
Just
be able to
simplify
do?
it. When you come, you're zero knowledge, right? Most of
Okay.
us would still not. When you come out, you say, I'm so glad I took that class. Because I went through the training and the education myself and all that, and I'm already technical, but still I found it very daunting, very
Mm-hmm.
daunting, right? So I said, the next person that I'm going to teach this with, I'm going to simplify it as basic as I can. All right. So they don't become daunted, because you're going to get overwhelmed. There are too many apps, too many apps. It's like
How
going through
many
a
virtual
H.
assistants are in the Philippines? Or
I did get a statistic. Remember, there was like 2 million or 1.5 million in the BPO industry, working in the BPO, but sadly, there's not much statistics, I guess, on people working from home, like, VAs working from home. All I know is that here in the US, there's a good reputation for Filipino VAs. Okay. And I also
yeah.
hear, some not so, I mean, some negative comments as well. But one thing for sure is that I've had Filipino VAs as well, work for companies here in the US. One thing for sure, the VAs have to really, up their standard, up their standard. It's like a survival of the fittest. And sometimes some companies don't give any training. Like, you go do that task and you're left for yourself. Okay, which is very much the American way. If there's training, you're great. It's probably going to be repetitive. But in the April 6th, okay, we're going to show the tools and apps right away. So by the time you leave, you're going to use them. I want you to use them.
So right
Okay.
after the first training, if I was a VA, I'd be able to use these
Oh
tools.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then we want the school to have monthly meetups. So there's like community going there, community support,
Yeah, I'm
right?
glad you brought that up because there's a lot of training programs out there, and number one, you don't know what the background and what you're going to get from it. So it's kind of a black box. But after the training, parang everything's,
Bye-bye. It's
yeah,
bye-bye. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So what
Yeah.
what what is Ariva Pro doing to, make
Well,
this journey? AI
uh,
is just going to change every week. So there's got to be a journey.
exactly. So the monthly meetup is just with you get the course, right? You buy the course, but you get to have the monthly. So it's almost like when you buy it, it's the monthly that's more important because you get up to date. What's happening here in the US? What's going on? What are the latest tools? And hopefully, I could also get some foreign speakers to speak
Yeah.
for us. So it's really the community growth that I want to focus on there, and to grow it as much as possible, right? And not just be left alone because
Yeah, that's good.
it's a big task.
That's, well, a lot of people don't really understand how you as an individual actually learn, right? So you consume information, but you have to apply it. Then you get it right, you get it wrong, and then it's better to talk about it or debrief or recap it with your colleagues. And that's where your community and ongoing learning and development really starts to bloom because you're also multiplying it by learning from others, right?
Exactly. And one more thing is if you are gonna put up a startup or whatever business, you gravitate always to the people that you meet from school, right? Because you know the capacity of that person. If that person's going to be responsible, or that person is, the comedian of the class, you like to work with people that are in the same class as you. Why? Because right now there's so much scammers. You don't know who to trust online. So the only thing you want when you attend a course or something is you meet like mindset, and you eliminate that feeling of I don't trust these people online. If you go there, my God, would you trust people online? When you go to Facebook, they claim everything, right? So the one thing that separates the human from the robot is still what we want to have trusted, connected relationship. The robot wouldn't know whether they trust the information or not. But the humans would want to work with somebody that they trust. So
Yeah.
so so that's what we want to foster there. There's going to be thousands of tools. Is this tool going to work? Is this app going to work? Is a developer going to support it? Right? How do you know that? You don't have the time to try everything, right? So you have to rely on the community to exchange information, real data.
Well, that's good because yeah, people I think they got to have a safe space to be able to openly talk about what works and what doesn't, you know.
Yes, yes.
So I'm glad
And
to hear that it's not just a one and done training and what.
no, 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 I don't think. No, we're here for the long term, Dennis. You know that, and we're hoping to get as many what do you call groups, or I call them Diwata ambassadors, because I want to also give scholarship grants to public school teachers.
Oh,
And the reason being because I know they are the guardians of the future Filipino children. That is my way of multiplying the pay forward effect. Kawawa naman yung mga bata,
yeah.
in the far flung islands, right? And they're still working on paper and all that, but that's really what this movement is all about. Is let's give greatest educational opportunity, because this age hindi ka na kailangan magtayo ng library. Nung
Yeah.
panahon, pupunta pa talaga ako sa library, my God, as in oras, papel, susulat, wala namang, babasahin mo si Xerox mo. I mean, my God, I could just imagine the amount of hours I spent. I was a geek.
So
But now,
how what's the plan of the train? How are you going to deliver the training?
Well, right now we're focusing, this is our first class. And Prosperna, thank you very much for collaborating with this class. I truly appreciate this. I told you when I met you, I knew years from now, you know, we're going to work on something really bombastic, like a huge movement. And here it is, right? Right time, right place. And moving forward, we will work with different organizations who have big memberships already, so that we could deploy this much faster.
Okay.
Okay.
But if I
I
was
hope
to join the
hmm?
training, if I was to join the training in April, is it going to be virtual, instructor
It's
led?
gonna be a yes, just one day. It's really intensive but fun. Okay. So it's gonna be 9 to 4 on Zoom. Okay. But after the training, we already have pre-recorded sessions
I
in
see.
the school courses. So that ano na yon, may modules na yon, naka-prepare na
Okay.
yon,
Yeah.
you know, playbooks and everything. The live is just for me to meet you, because for me to certify that, you know, you gotta attend. I see your face in Zoom. It's face to face. I
So
gotta
it's a
know you.
live virtual Zoom training that's led by you, right?
Yes. And of
And
course, we hope to have future teachers, because I cannot do it all alone. You know, I have suddenly a lot of people want all the classes, and a lot more classes. So whoever is interested in AI, please, I'd be more than happy. You know, if you want to teach, if you want to be a student, if you want to join, partner with us, how we could be able to spread AI, let me know. I'd be more than happy to meet you, of course.
that's awesome. And so they'll go through this live instructor-led Zoom training with you for 9 to 4. Then you've got a whole set of online training modules, playbooks,
Yes,
and ongoing
yes, yes,
tools. And then you've got the community that you'll be bringing
yes,
together ever so often to
yes, yes,
discuss
yes,
wins and
yes,
lessons learned.
yes, yes. And of course, for future, we're going to have the electives, which is future more advanced classes. I'd
Okay.
like to get more teachers in AI to teach there.
Yeah.
And I try to make it as affordable as possible. The pricing is crazy. I remember we have that early bird pricing. You said, this is crazy, Ariane. Why are
Yeah.
you doing this? You know, he said. So I said, because I want it as much as possible out there. Can you imagine, our early bird is 3,000 for 3 seats? That's almost like 1,000 pesos per seat. Oh my lord.
That's that's less than a tank of gas.
I know, I know. I said I must be crazy. So maubos na talaga to. But the point is, we only can have limited seats. So get that early bird special, guys, if I were you, because we're gonna close that off right now. When we're as we're speaking, I think that will be taken by you know,
Yeah.
by blocks.
So
But
virtual assistants, what about we got that box checked. Now on the solopreneur and small business owner, what's in it for them if they were to take the course or if they were
okay,
to,
okay.
you
The
know,
number
some,
one problem of solopreneurs, okay, they have online stores, right? They need traffic, right? So the
Mhm.
AI now, there's many tools. Number one, for productivity. Number two, for creativity. Productivity, like if it takes you so much time, right? To create product descriptions, whatever. If it takes you so much time to do your emails, or maybe you don't even have an email system, then AI is like a human assistant, right?
Yeah.
On the creativity, look at your websites. Are your pictures really, you know, amazing, or you know, like you just got a stock photo or something like that? Your videos, right? How are you
Yeah.
coming? Because it's a very visual thing now, online. You know that, Dennis, right? You know, there's so much competition. If you're not up in your game on video, then you know, you almost like lose the customer, right?
So
And
in the
also customer
past,
service.
In
Go
the
ahead.
past, when you just think about those couple of situations and use cases that you mentioned, in the past, a small business owner that would want a website would have to spend grueling amount of hours
They
to
would
create
need a
a product.
copywriter. Yes, they would need a graphics designer, and they would need a video editor,
Yeah,
right? I
and those
mean,
aren't cheap.
those are costly, right? It's not cheap, right? But with AI, oh my Lord, I'm amazed at the tools
I
that they
think
have
I'm
right now.
I think I'm gonna well, obviously I'm gonna be there, but yeah, I would love to learn what tools you have in your box, right? See what you're using, and
Okay, okay, all
we can
right,
compare notes, on what we're using, so that'll
right.
make a lively session because we've been using AI.
Yeah, yeah. Believe me, I hate boring. I hate boring. I never learn when the professor is so boring. I just leave. So my students, I just do the same thing. I just be as exciting and open their eyes. If you
Yeah,
open their eyes, that's more than enough. Because now the creativity, like Leonardo da Vinci, oh my God, I gotta do this. Oh my God, I gotta do that, right? So, yun ang kailangan. Now, sasabihin, ma'am, kailangan ba age namin? Ganito, ganyan, kasi hindi na namin alam.
there's no age limit, diba?
As long as, me, I'm a senior citizen now. As long as your mind is, what do you call that? Like a child, you know, and the way you look at it is like wonder. Oh my
Well, you said it in the
God.
beginning, it's curiosity, right? As long as you still
Yes,
have the curiosity, then
yes.
yeah.
Yes, then you're welcome to attend. Yung mga nega na ay hindi pwede, nako, wag na lang, no? Kasi kasi
No negas.
yeah, yeah, because mahahawa, right? Yung class. So we want really curious people that want to create and do the possibilities that they can in their mind.
Well,
They
you
want to
know,
do this.
you're so optimistic and positive, but Arian, AI is a game changer, right? So, if anybody's negative about it, then they're just gonna disappear,
Well, kasi,
Yeah.
Dennis, maraming natatakot sa AI because of the robot. Yung nakikita nila, di ba, na robot yung car, robot, yung mga ganon. Actually, that's really happening. Robotics is already here. And there are robot companions. Natatakot sila, di ba? But I would rather think of it like look at it. Can you imagine before there were people afraid of cars, afraid of planes, afraid of, but now it's like, so common, right? But before there was horses, tapos nagkaroon ng car, natakot sila, right?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're in that era now. So do join us. It's gonna be fun. And I guess the link will be posted, right? Dennis, you post the link.
Yeah, we'll put all the information here in the description of the video. So
Yes, and
definitely.
actually, Prosperna, I have to thank you. They helped me so much on this project. Really, really thank you so much. Because of Prosperna, I was able to get this done fast, and delivered to the Filipino people.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember I approached you. Pero matagal, no? It took some time, right? Last year pa. But everything is all about right timing. Right timing.
Well, it
So
is the best
so
timing, and you've got a huge heart for helping our country. That's so obvious that it comes through with all your energy. And so, everybody out there in the Prosper Nation, artificial intelligence is here. I personally feel so thankful that there's someone like you, Ariane, who's willing to help simplify and deliver, empower people with this kind of knowledge. It can change our country. That's what Prosperna is all about. That's what you're all about. So looking forward to doing this with you. But
yes, bro. Yes,
give us a
I'm
quick
so
recap.
happy.
What,
Recap?
yeah, just recap on the event, dates and whatnot.
Okay, April 6th, Saturday, 9 to 4. Okay, and it's as simple as that. All right, and then all you have to do is just register, and that's Prosperna there.
Yep.
When you register, Prosperna took care of that. What more could you ask for? So that's a trusted system, right? And Dennis will also be there to talk about the part on monetization, and then by the end of the class, all I can say is you guys should be ready to go, and you should have digital products. You should have productivity. You'll tell me, thank God, Arianne, we went through this class. You know, that's the feeling that I want you to be left with. Okay. And as I said, what do you call this? I'm so glad that Prosperna is out there. I really, really am. So I'm just dovetailing. Dovetailing. Because right now, ang dami ng possibilities, di ba? Aside from physical products, you could do the digital products. I'm on the digital products realm, right? So, guys, let's do this movement. Let's do this. Okay? I'd be more than happy to meet all of you Prosperna babies out there.
Well, let's go, Prosper Nation. Well, Arianne, it has been super fun. And again, just amazing to see what you're doing to help empower small business owners, solopreneurs, and virtual assistants with the knowledge that they need to succeed with the power of artificial intelligence. Thanks again for your time during this interview. I look forward to seeing you on April 6th. And of course, we're going to be in touch a lot between now and then. So anyway, thanks again for your time. Have a great rest of
Thank
the week.
you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. See you April 6th.
Take care. Hey, Prosper Nation. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Prosperna e-commerce stories, where we learn and share success stories of e-commerce businesses and leaders. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. My name is Dennis Velasco, founder and CEO of Prosperna. See ya.